Alright, this is lesson 34, arithmetic sequences, part 2. So we're going to pick up with number 4 here. Find the 12th term of the sequence 3, 10, 17. Before we do this, we need to figure out what the common difference is. So between 3 and 10, we would have plus 7. And then from 10 to 17, we also have plus 7. So our common difference equals positive 7. Okay, and we also need to know our first term in order to use the sequence or the formula. So A1 is the first term, 3. So now we just need to find over on the other side here A12, so the 12th term. So we can fill in A1, which is 3, plus 12 minus 1, n minus 1, times the common difference, which is 7. Okay, so we would have 3 plus 11 times 7, which equals 3 plus 77, which equals 80. So the first step, if you're only given the terms, or the first few terms in a sequence, is to find the common difference and find the first term, A1, and then go from there. Okay, the last few examples here. Find the 44th term for this sequence. So first we need to find the common difference. So 3 to 3 1/4 is a plus 1/4. And then again from 3 1/4 to 3 1/2, it's plus 1/4 again. And again to 3/4 is plus 1/4. So the common difference is a positive 1/4. It's going up each time. And A1 equals 3, because that's the first term. So now we have we're looking for the 45th term. That's a lot of terms. And we're going to start with remembering what our formula is. So it's A1 plus n minus 1 times D. So A1 equals 3 plus 45 minus 1, which is 44, times 3. Oh, I'm sorry, not 3. Erase that. Times 1/4 is the common difference. Okay, so first we multiply, order of operations. So 44 times 4 would be 44. 44 times 1/4 would be 44 divided by 4, or 44 over 4, which would be 11. So we have 3 plus 11, and 3 plus 11 is 14. Okay, last example here. The first table seats 10 guests, and each additional table seats 8 guests. So this is a real-life situation. First thing we want to do is write a rule to model the situation to help us figure this out. So first we need to look at what we know. The first table seats 8 guests. So that tells us that, the first table seats 10 guests. Goodness. So that tells us that 10 is the first of the sequence. And then it says each additional table seats 8 guests. So that tells us that our sequence is going to go up by, I meant to highlight that, up by 8, which tells us the common difference is 8, because that's what's changing each time, consistently. So to write a rule, let's first remember what the general rule is, which is AN equals A1 plus n minus 1 times D. So now let's fill in what we know. We want to keep AN as part of our rule, because we don't know what that is, unless we're looking for a specific term in the sequence. And we're going to fill in A1. We know what that is. We know it's 10. Plus n minus 1 is contingent on whatever term you're looking for, times D, which we know is 8. So that's our rule. AN equals 10 plus n minus 1 times 8. And the next part here is to use that rule to find how many guests can be seated with 15 tables. So we're going to be looking for the 15th term for 15 tables. So we're going to fill in 10 plus, and then n is 15. That's how many tables we're looking for, minus 1 times 8. So this is 10 plus 14 times 8, which equals 10 plus 112, which equals 122. And this represents the number of guests. So 15 tables could seat 122 guests. And there you go. Thank you for listening and taking notes.